Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, if you're trying to keep track of everything exploding in Port Charles right now, well, you've definitely come to the right place. We are diving into 2 really packed weeks, covering October 6th all the way through the 17th.
And look, this isn't just like one or two things happening. The sources we've got make it clear this is almost like a coordinated assault on, well, on everything stable in town.
Right, 3 big fronts.
Yeah, exactly. You've got this Quartermain will reading, which is just, wow. Less inheritance, more like psychological warfare. Then there's the Drew Kane shooting investigation.
Yeah.
That's narrowing down really fast, putting someone specific in the hot seat.
And the third.
A paternity bombshell, just completely out of left field, and it looks like it's going to change someone's life forever.
Okay. So, yeah, the sources we've pulled together, they're really focused on giving you the key shifts, right? The big conflicts, the shocking reveals across all the major players.
Our mission today, then, is pretty surgical. We want to unpack what's really going on with Monica's legacy. Who got what? Who got, the spite gifts? And who actually holds the power now?
Okay.
Then we need to figure out exactly why Michael Corinthos should probably be losing sleep right now.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And finally, we have to look at these personal crises that are just about to detonate a few key relationships.
All right, no time to waste then. Let's jump right in with the family that's always, always at the center of the financial drama and, well, all the drama, really. The Quartermains.
So Monday, October 6th, the will reading gets underway, and the feeling you get from the source material is just overwhelming. This document, it's either Monica pulling one last really twisted prank, or, and this feels way more likely, someone strategically messed with it, tampered with it, to cause the absolute maximum amount of, well, pain and disruption while redirecting the entire Quartermain estate.
The first few bequests mentioned, they almost seemed designed to make everyone relax a bit before the hammer dropped. They were kind of sentimental, weren't they?
Exactly. It's the perfect setup for what comes next. Like, okay, Brooke Lynn gets Monica's pearls. That's deeply personal, right? Ned gets her records. Nice nod to his music. Olivia Falconeri, who's pretty much family now, she gets the pots and pans, the cookware.
Okay, practical.
And all the grandkids, even future ones, they get trust funds. That seems standard, secure. Even Jason Morgan gets something meaningful. Alan Quartermain's watch, his father's watch.
So far, so good. Like a normal, maybe even loving distribution of personal effects and setting up the next generation.
But then, bam, the tone just flips completely. You can practically feel the ice forming in that room when the really controversial gifts get announced.
Yeah, the level of sheer spite here. It takes it from just, a legal proceeding to basically declaring war.
And it really zeroes in on Tracy Quartermain. For Tracy, the matriarch, Monica leaves, wait for it, a single jar of pickle Lila relish.
Oof. Okay, for anyone maybe newer to the show or who doesn't remember the deep history, this isn't just like a quirky gift. This is brutal.
It's incredibly brutal. It's a direct historical attack. You have to go back years to Edward Quartermain's own will reading. He famously left Tracy that exact same thing, a jar of relish, as this huge public humiliation, a way to deny her the power she wanted.
So for Monica, or whoever wrote this version of the will, to repeat that specific, incredibly painful gesture, it's just dripping with deliberate malice. It shows whoever did this knew exactly how to twist the knife for Tracy.
And the sources say Tracy was, predictably, instantly triggered. This wasn't just about missing out on money or assets. It was about dredging up old trauma and layering on fresh public humiliation.
But that wasn't even the biggest strategic play in the will, was it? The relish was personal pain, but the distribution between Michael and this Ronnie Bard character, that's about power.
Right. Michael Corinthos gets the flashy stuff, the yacht, the horses, the luxury cars. Sounds great on paper, right?
Yeah, sounds like he made out pretty well.
But think about it. Those are liquid assets. Glamorous, sure, but also volatile. Easy come, easy go, potentially. He gets the toys.
But crucially,
he does not get the house, the Quartermain mansion, the anchor, the physical symbol of the family's legacy and power.
And that goes to
Veronica Ronnie Bard. And this is where it gets kind of emotionally complex, too, because Ronnie also gets a locket. Inside, there's a childhood photo of her and Monica from before Monica was adopted. So it acknowledges this genuine, long-lost emotional connection.
Wow. So Michael gets the stuff you can spend, the stuff that shows wealth, but Ronnie gets the home, the symbol, the legacy's physical heart.
It feels like whoever wrote this wanted Michael to have the financial clout, maybe. but wanted Ronnie to have the symbolic, the geographical power. It completely upends the expected order.
And meanwhile, you've got Drew Kane, who's already like a walking bundle of grudges.
He gets absolutely nothing. Zero. Left out completely. And yeah, the sources confirm this just adds another layer to his fury. He's already mad, now he's even madder. Makes him even more unpredictable.
Okay, so the will reading happens, chaos erupts. What's the immediate fallout? Legal action, right?
Oh, instantly. Tracy doesn't even pause for breath.
Mm-hmm.
Week of the 13th to the 17th, she launches her counterattack, still reeling from the Relish insult and absolutely refusing to let Ronnie just walk in and take the mansion. She files a lawsuit, contesting the will, claiming fraud.
Which, given the relish and the weird distribution, doesn't sound like a completely baseless claim.
Not at all. It screams manipulation. And that brings us to the $80 million question, or maybe the Martin Gray-sized question.
Ah, yes, Martin Gray, master of legal. Let's call it creativity. He's been around Tracy, but the suspicion is thick that he's the one who actually engineered this whole mess.
It's incredibly suspicious. You look at his recent comments, the sources mention him talking about karma coming for Tracy. You look at his skill set, his history with Tracy, not exactly friendly, and his, let's say, flexible approach to legal ethics.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be the prime suspect for doctoring that will. He knows how to cause this exact kind of legal nightmare, and he's not afraid to get his hands dirty.
Okay, but here's the thing. Martin Gray isn't cheap. Does Ronnie Byrd, who's basically appeared out of nowhere in the current story, have the kind of money or connections to hire someone like Martin?
That's the big unknown, isn't it?
Or is this Martin maybe doing a favor for someone else? Someone with deep pockets who wanted to stick it to Tracy using Ronnie as a pawn?
That's the debate. If Martin did this on his own, maybe just out of spite for Tracy, then maybe Ronnie really is just a hapless accomplice, like the sources suggest. Maybe she genuinely believes Monica wanted her to have the house because of their childhood bond.
But if she knew, if she was in on it with Martin,
then she's a willing participant in trying to basically steal the Quartermaine legacy. Either way, innocent pawn or active schemer, she's now facing Tracy Quartermaine in court, which is not a comfortable place to be.
And Tracy, she's not just fighting that one fire, is she? There's this other lawsuit.
Oh yeah, the Drew Kane situation. It's almost comical, if it wasn't so. Well, so poor Charles. Drew is suing Tracy for emotional distress and assault.
Because she rolled him out of Monica's funeral in his wheelchair.
Yep, that's the one. And Martin Gray, believe it or not, actually gives Tracy some sensible advice here. He tells her, just apologize, make it go away. It's petty.
And Tracy's response?
She laughs it off.
Yeah.
Absolutely refuses. She'd rather fight Drew in court, spend the money, deal with the hassle, than give him the satisfaction of an apology. That's Tracy for you. Pure spite.
So Tracy's tied up in two major legal fights. One for the family mansion, the other basically over pride and refusing to say sorry. It really shows how much of the Q drama isn't even about the money. It's just personal. Deeply personal.
Okay, so while the Qs are busy lawyering up over furniture and relish, the investigation into who actually shot Drew Kane has hit a critical point. And it's all because of one piece of evidence.
A gun, right.
Yeah.
Confirm the weapon.
Exactly. They confirmed it was Edward Quartermaine's gun that was used in the shooting.
Wow. Okay, that changes everything. Suddenly the suspect pool shrinks dramatically.
It really does. It narrows it down from basically anyone in Port Charles to people who had access or could get access to the Quartermaine mansion, or at least knew someone who did.
Which is why Anna Devan and Harrison Chase are serving a search warrant on Tuesday, October 7th, presumably at the Q mansion.
Sources strongly point to the Q mansion, yeah. They're looking for that link, the weapon, the family, the shooting, tying it all together.
And this is where the spotlight swings hard onto Michael Corinthos.
Right on Michael. We find out Carly confided in Jack Brennan, interestingly enough, that she's worried. Worried she said something to Anna, something that maybe implicated Michael.
Oops.
Yeah, that slip-up, combined with the gun being a Q family heirloom, seems to have locked the PCPD's focus almost entirely onto Michael as their prime suspect.
And his defense. It's not looking good, is it? The alibi situation sounds pretty dire.
Dyer's putting it mildly. His alibi is described as extremely shaky. And the main reason, the only person apparently vouching for his whereabouts during the crucial time frame is Jacinda Bracken.
Let's just pause on that. Jacinda Bracken, the serial killer known as the hooker, that's his alibi.
That's his alibi.
You can't, I mean, legally that's worse than having no alibi, surely.
It's pretty much legally worthless. And possibly worse, like you said. Relying on a known serial killer, it makes you look desperate or deceitful or maybe even connected to her somehow. None of those are good looks when you're suspected of attempted murder.
So it's basically falling apart.
And the sources point to Thursday, October 9th, as the day it completely collapses. A major alibi just disintegrates. Given the focus on Michael, the strong implication is that it's his alibi, the one presumably provided by Jacinda, that falls apart.
Which gives Anna
probable cause. Everything she needs. The sources are projecting that this collapse directly leads to Anna making an arrest the following week. Michael needs to be talking to his lawyer, like, yesterday.
But it's not just Michael feeling the heat, right? Alexis Davis is making the rounds, warning people.
Yeah, Alexis is playing legal Paul Revere. She warns Curtis Ashford that the cops are sniffing around him, too. Apparently, his alibi for the night of the shooting has a small window where he's unaccounted for. So she tells him, basically, get your story straight, protect yourself. It suggests that while Michael's number one, Curtis might be a solid number two suspect. Give the PCPD options.
Yeah, and Alexis warns Sonny Corinthos, too. Is that about Michael?
Almost certainly. Sonny needs to know his son's alibi is crumbling and an arrest is likely imminent. Think of the implications for the Corinthos organization, the family reputation. Alexis is giving Sonny a heads up, maybe hoping he can intervene, legally or otherwise.
Meanwhile, the official investigation keeps moving. Dante and Anna are comparing notes.
Yeah, Thursday they catch up, share findings, probably confirming the focus on Michael, maybe discussing the implications of the gun evidence, the collapsed alibi. They're building their case.
But the fallout for Michael, if he is arrested, it's not just legal. It sounds like it could blow up his personal life, too, specifically with Willow.
Oh, big time. The domestic situation is set to be absolutely explosive. On Wednesday, Chase drops what the sources call a truth bomb on Willow.
A truth bomb? What kind?
It's designed to really shake her up. Could be the news about Edward's gun being used directly linking Michael's family's fear to the crime. Or it might be the revelation that Drew was caught bribing a judge.
Why would that upset Willow regarding Michael?
Well, maybe she sees it as Drew playing dirty, trying to gain leverage over Michael, potentially in a custody fight down the line. Either way, the information leaves Willow completely distraught.
And what does she do?
She takes action. On Friday, Willow gives Drew Kane some kind of information. We don't know exactly what, but it could be something damaging about Michael, maybe confirming his weak alibi, giving Drew leverage.
Okay, this sounds bad, but then there's the custody threat.
This is the nuclear option. The sources are very clear. If Michael gets arrested, Willow isn't just sad or angry. She's furious, ready to slap him, apparently, and she plans to file for emergency custody of their children.
Emergency custody, we need to really underline that. That's not just filing for divorce. That's saying you believe the other parent is an immediate danger or risk to the kids.
Exactly. It implies Willow sees Michael's potential involvement, or at least the arrest itself, as a fundamental failure, making him unfit right now to be around their children. It suggests she views him as a threat to their well-being.
That's devastating. It takes it way beyond a relationship ending. It's about potentially destroying the family foundation forever. Hashtag tag 3, the enigmatic Nathan lookalike and covert operations.
Okay, let's shift focus a bit. Away from the courthouses and police stations and into GH itself, the world of espionage, apparently. We need to talk about this Nathan lookalike and whatever Britt Westbourne is caught up in.
Right, the mystery patient. And Britt's behavior around him is definitely raising red flags, especially for Jason Morgan.
Yeah, Jason is grilling her hard. He wants to know why she was so determined to keep James West, her nephew, Nathan's son, away from this guy who looks just like his dead father. Jason's not buying her excuses.
And Britt, she's talking but not telling the whole story.
Exactly. She's giving him some info, maybe trying to placate him, but she's absolutely holding back the big secrets, like who her secret boss is, what organization she's really working for. She's under massive pressure.
And that pressure is changing her. The sources mention her becoming ruthless.
Yeah, on Tuesday. Ruthless. That's a strong word. It suggests she's moving beyond just being secretive. She's likely threatening the look-alike directly, telling him to stay quiet, stay put, and most importantly, stay away from James and the family. She's clearly on edge all through the second week.
Okay, so the big question everyone's asking, who is this guy? Is it really Nathan West back from the dead somehow? Or is it Peter August pulling some incredibly elaborate scam?
That's the million-dollar question. A lot of people watching probably dismiss the Peter August theory because, DNA, fingerprints.
Yeah.
They supposedly proved Peter was Peter.
Right, there was forensic evidence.
But this is Port Charles. The source would give us the classic soapy logic explanation.
Which is
that forensic evidence is malleable, especially when someone like Peter August is involved.
Yeah.
The idea presented is that it would be, and I quote, easy peasy for a skilled hacker on Peter's payroll to just Swap the records.
Swap them, like replace Nathan's DNA profile and fingerprint records in every database with Peter's.
Exactly. So any test run now would show a match for Nathan, even if it is Peter. It basically says don't trust the science when a major villain might be involved. Appearance means nothing. The identity is whatever the story needs it to be.
Wow. So basically, any confirmed identity or death based on DNA in Port Charles could theoretically be undone if a writer needs it to be. That's convenient.
Let's just say it's a narrative tool that gets used when needed. It means you just can't rule Peter out based on past proof. Death and DNA are mere obstacles for guys like him.
Okay. So identity still up in the air, and this mystery man makes some kind of move on Thursday. A stunning declaration.
Yeah, this could be huge. What does he declare? Maybe he suddenly recovers a memory. Or maybe he announces he's had enough of the hospital and wants to leave.
And go where?
Speculation is high that he might declare he wants to go home with his son James.
Oh, wow. If he tries to insert himself into James's life, claiming to be Nathan.
It forces a massive confrontation. It pulls in Maxie, Liesl, the whole family. It's exactly the scenario Britt seems desperate to prevent.
Okay, so that's one layer of secrets. But then there's this whole other covert thing happening with Jocelyn Jacks.
Right. Totally separate, it seems, but just a secret. Jocelyn is now officially a WSB agent working undercover. And she's terrified Jason is going to spill the beans to Carly.
Which would blow her cover instantly.
And cause a massive family meltdown. She has a meeting with Jack Brennan on Wednesday.
Her handler.
Seems like it. And Brennan gives her very specific orders. Keep your head down, focus on your studies. That's her cover story for being abroad. And absolutely stay away from someone named Vaughn.
Vaughn. So he's either the target or someone who could expose her.
Looks like it. Brennan wants her focused, maintaining that student cover. Keep up appearances.
And Jason's not happy about any of this.
Not at all. He also meets with Brennan, basically objecting, saying Jocelyn is too young, it's too dangerous. Typical protective Jason.
But Brennan's response?
Brennan basically shuts him down. Reminds Jason that Jocelyn volunteered. She signed up for this. The mission is a go, whether Jason likes it or not.
So Jocelyn's already living this double life, deceiving her family?
Yep. The sources mention her stretching the truth, basically fibbing to Carly about why she's going abroad. So you've got this huge secret simmering, just as the Corinthos family is potentially about to face Michael's arrest and a custody battle. Carly has absolutely no idea what her daughter's really walking into. Tag IV. Personal bombshells, threats, and matchmaking.
Okay, so if the Qs have legal chaos and Britt has spy chaos, Portia Robinson is apparently heading into a Category 5 personal hurricane. This paternity mystery sounds huge.
It is absolutely massive. On Tuesday, Portia gets what the sources call life-shaking news. Remember, there was some confusion about a pregnancy test. Maybe it was Jocelyn's?
Yeah.
Nope, it's confirmed. The positive pregnancy test is Portia's.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that's life-shaking
Because she's pregnant, unexpectedly, and she has absolutely no idea who the father is.
Oh, no. So could be Curtis, or it could be...
Or it could be Dr. Isaiah Gannon, the guy she's currently getting closer to. This uncertainty forces her into making a massive life-altering decision sometime in that second week.
What does she do? Keep the baby? Tell the potential fathers? When? How? The timing is just awful.
It's incredibly complex, especially because, as you said, her romance with Isaiah is actually progressing. They're talking about making their relationship a thing, becoming official.
So they're getting closer, sharing secrets maybe, building trust, just as she's hiding this enormous secret that could involve him directly.
Exactly. It's either the foundation for something real or potentially the worst possible timing for Isaiah to find out he might be a father, or that she wasn't sure.
Amidst all this heavy drama, are there any lighter relationship moments happening? Any signs of stability anywhere?
A few little glimmers.
Yeah.
We hear Gio is thinking about moving out of Emma's place.
Okay. Why is that?
So he and Emma can date more seriously, have their own space, which is, nice, normal young couple stuff.
And that might have a knock-on effect.
Potentially a positive one for Dante and Brooklyn. If Gio moves out, maybe it gives them more space, better opportunities to bond with their son. A little pocket of potential domestic calm, which is a stark contrast to Michael and Willow.
Definitely. Anything else on the family connection front? Any thawing between the warring factions?
Surprisingly, yes. Michael actually opens up to Ronnie Bard, the woman who inherited the Q mansion.
Yeah.
Talks to her about Monica. And the sources say Ronnie had actually wanted to meet Michael.
Huh. So maybe Ronnie isn't just there to grab the house. Maybe she actually wants some kind of connection to this family she's suddenly part of.
It's possible. Despite Tracy immediately suing her, maybe there's an opening for some kind of relationship there. Or maybe she's just playing a longer game. Hard to say.
Meanwhile, Sunny's still keeping tabs on everyone.
Always. Sunny's grilling Lulu Spencer Bruning on Friday. The speculation is it's probably about Britt, maybe her connection to Rocco, Lulu's son. Sunny's gathering intel, trying to figure out who Britt is involved with, especially with this mystery patient situation.
And then there's matchmaking. Someone's playing Cupid amidst all this.
Yeah, Lucas Jones, of all people. On Friday, he's apparently trying to set someone up, trying to inject a little romance into the chaos.
Any idea who?
Sources hint at two main possibilities. One is that he's trying to push Portia and Isaiah together, maybe give them a nudge towards becoming official, perhaps thinking stability would help whatever Portia's dealing with. Or, the one fans have been waiting for, maybe Lucas is trying to finally make Liz and Jason happen.
The eternal slow burn.
Right. So maybe a little hope for romance. But honestly, the overall vibe is still dominated by grudges and threats.
Drew Kane is still simmering.
Oh, yeah. He's furious. And now he has an additional grudge against Michael, specifically because of the will. Michael got the cars and the yacht. Drew got nothing. It just adds fuel to his fire. He definitely wants payback against Michael, on top of wanting justice for the shooting.
And actual threats are being made.
Yes. Jordan Ashford receives a direct threat on Friday, which is serious, given she's the police commissioner.
Any suspect.
The sources give a pretty short list. Drew, which makes sense given his anger. Portia, maybe connected to her desperation. Or Isaiah Gannon. Apparently Isaiah has a really low opinion of Jordan right now. Could be professional, could be personal.
Wow, look how tangled it all is. Portia's paternity crisis is separate from the shooting, but she, or her potential new partner, Isaiah, or Drew, who was the victim, could all be threatening the police commissioner.
It's just a web. And speaking of Curtis, he's not just waiting around to be arrested. He presents a theory about the shooter to Portia on Wednesday.
Trying to clear his own name, or maybe point the finger elsewhere.
Could be either. Or maybe trying to protect Michael, or just genuinely trying to figure it out. But it shows he's actively involved, not just passively waiting for the cops.
And Britt's pressure cooker situation, does that boil over?
Looks like it. She lashes out at someone on Thursday. Given how ruthless she was earlier, it's probably either the look-alike for defying her, or maybe even her mystery boss for putting her in this impossible position. The stress is getting to her. It's palpable everywhere in town. Hashtag outro. Okay, so let's try and wrap our heads around the scale of what's happening in these 2 weeks. It's kind of staggering.
Yeah, it really is.
You've got this Quartermaine will, seemingly rigged, rooted in decades of bad blood, designed to just shatter the family's assets and power structure, and it immediately sparks major lawsuits against this newcomer, Ronnie.
Then you have the Drew Kane shooting investigation hitting fever pitch. They find Edward's gun, Michael's alibi completely implodes. I mean, relying on the hooker, seriously.
Yep.
And it looks like an arrest is coming any second.
Right, an arrest that will immediately trigger Willow filing for emergency custody, potentially tearing that family apart.
And while all that is happening, Portia's hit with this massive personal crisis, an unexpected pregnancy, no idea who the father is, forcing this huge decision.
While Britt is desperately trying to manage a Nason lookalike, who might be Peter August, juggling that and some kind of secret spy mission for the WSB, it's a lot.
So what here, for you listening and trying to follow all this, is really about understanding how fast things are changing. Loyalties, legal statuses, family structures, they're all incredibly fragile right now.
Exactly. The will fight is tearing the Q legacy apart. The shaky alibi is threatening the whole Corinthos power structure and family unit. The paternity secret is like this ticking emotional time bomb under Portia's life. Knowing these details, these points of leverage, that's crucial for understanding what happens next.
Yeah, the Quartermaine estate is stuck in legal mud. An arrest that could reshape the Corinthos family seems unavoidable. Portia's facing an impossible choice under the microscope of Port Charles.
It's intense.
So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. You've got these overlapping crises, these betrayals, these secrets, the will, the shooting investigation, the paternity bombshell. Which one do you think will ultimately cause the most fundamental, lasting damage? Which one will permanently redraw the map of power and alliances in Port Charles?
Something to definitely think about as we see how all these threads continue to unravel. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.